I don't know about you, Cat, but I'm beat. How about we make some supplies? Okay, so I have a lot of things to make, or potentially. I don't think we've ever gone home. Sorry, I read that and I was about to explain it. I'm pretty sure we haven't explained what go home is. TLDR is it's your instant escape from the dungeon. It's useful in like whenever you're exploring a palace and you don't think you're good enough, or you just want to get out of there, you know, out of a nasty scenario, or you're in Mementos and you're so far in, but you just want to get one thing and get back. Yeah, that's useful. Smoke screen. Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much what it does. You get spotted by an enemy, you use it, poof, you're gone. Woo! And a calming aroma lowers the security level of pallets. I will never use this. I mean, it's useful, but I will never use this because I go after everyone. I have enough for a lockpick, and I think that's what I'm gonna focus on. Now, while also there's battle items I could make. I forgot to mention. Oops. Yeah, there's battle items. So Vanish Ball is your instant escape. Spotlight raises the chance of being targeted instead of it's targeted by an enemy instead of like all your allies. This does fire damage, this does ice damage, this does electric damage, this does wind damage, and that's it for now. Again, I'm ignoring all of these, but they're useful. I'm just gonna get lockpicks because I'm underneath the threshold for 10 of the free DLC junk, and I kind of want to be above it. So let's just use all the time that we have and make 3 lockpicks. I also don't know if it's mentioned, but like the higher rank your proficiency, the more stuff you can make. Damn, I didn't get the extra bonus. No, I didn't get the extra bonus.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Oh, I spoke too soon. I forgot that's how it works. That's how the extra bonus works.
Well then.
Alright, cool. Now I don't have to worry about it and waste more time by resetting.
Sup?
Sup, Ryuji? Hey, we totally searched the pallets already, right? The exhibit's only until this weekend, so we should send the calling card soon. God, it's that time already? Well, let me think about it. For real? Oh, we don't have much time left. Well, I'll leave it to you. Let me know when you're done with preparations. We're almost there. I think I'm pretty much as prepared as I'm ever gonna be. Cause like I don't think there's anything I can buy.
Oh yes.
I've actually gotten into fishing lately, although it's just pond fishing from time to time. I can't go sea fishing because I get seasick easily. So much for my dream of being a sailor. Oh right, when people think of sailing the high seas, they tend to think of pirates. Even though they're ruffians who plundered other ships in coastal settlements through force, for some reason they ended up getting romanticized. Now then, Sato-kun.
What is the answer?
Do you know which Peg-Lay and Parrot-Totten historical figure's appearance became visual shorthand for pirates? John Silver, according to my notes.
This is it. Very good.
That is correct! The answer is Long John Silver. I love that place! A character from Treasure Island. The story of Long John Silver informed much of our modern view of pirates. Unfortunately, he only exists in fiction. In terms of non-fictional pirates, well, Captain William Kidd made quite a name for himself, I'd say. Maybe you're familiar with the story of his execution, how he declared that he hid all his treasure in one place. Oh, you mean One Piece? Yeah, I love that. I love that anime. Ha ha ha. It's my favorite.
Nice going.
I would laugh if that actually boosts up my knowledge. No. But it could! Though research seems to indicate that he didn't actually have much. Still, several novels were written based on his legend and people still look for his treasure today. See? One Piece! Monkey D. Luffy is coming to steal that treasure from everyone's hands. By the way, I heard that there's an island in Kyushu where kids' treasure is set to sleep.
Yep.
I highly doubt that. Kids' secret treasure, huh? Well, regardless of its actual worth, there's still value in letting that many people dream about it. Yeah, that they made a manga / anime that's still ongoing and is set to end some point in the next 2 years. Or more. Oh, I didn't think she'd come. Oh, maybe she's skipping practice. Oh boy. I hate those events. All they do is make me dirty and tired. Think they'll do it again next year? If they are, I'm definitely skipping. Why did Goody Two Shoes first year come along? Her whole I'm not bothered routine really pisses me off sometimes. Sounds like people are talking shit about Kasumi. But that doesn't matter. This is here or now. Let me look at everyone's equipment because I don't remember everyone's equipment. Okay, I think I have gotten everyone's best equipment. That's what I'm trying to say. And defense. Alright. Alright. Nothing else to do. Hold the fucking phone. I mentioned that I was gonna do this, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait because Takemi is gonna give me a special discount. Holy crap, I can't believe I almost forgot that.
Please head to the exam room.
Please, let me buy something. Alright. Now we got a half off discount. Hooray. Give me...
I developed a new medicine. It costs me a
Where
lot
is it?
to make.
Revivadrin.
Did you
Yeah.
decide?
Give me... Hold on, cowboy. Let's not go too crazy and spend all of our yen. Yeah. Is that overkill?
Thanks.
Probably. Do I care?
That should work.
Probably.
Here you go.
After I made a point to try to save my money, yeah, no. Alright, we good.
Take care.
I'm just gonna ignore accessories. Accessories are too damn expensive right now. Just trust me on that. Alright, I think we gotta get to the hideout, so let's go to the hideout and send that calling card. Let's send that calling card.
We can now take him down, yes?
Madarame is going to be a changed man. There won't be any way to revert it, though. You sure you're okay with that?
I have thought it over carefully. And I cannot think of a future in which he does not pay his dues. He has preyed not only on the art world, but on countless talents. So, I humbly request your help.
Alright then. And we accept.
I apologize for making you do this.
Not at all. We just didn't want to impose if you weren't feeling up to it, Yusuke. But if you're already determined to do it, then there's nothing more for us to say.
If I recall, our next step is sending a calling card, correct? What a suave maneuver.
It's not about acting cool. The calling card is a way to trigger a change in his cognition.
Ah, no, I think it's about acting cool.
A change in cognition. That reminds me, you went through some trouble regarding that before.
Ah, you must be talking about when we forced open that security gate in the courtyard.
The palace is a cognitive world, so changing its ruler's cognition changes the topography, I think.
Very nicely put, Lady Ann. You're absolutely correct. This will be a vital tactic from here forward.
Actually, may I ask a truly basic question? You continue to mention cognition quite readily. But why does this world formed from materialized cognitions even exist to begin with? Don't tell me. Has it always existed while we go about our daily lives, completely oblivious?
Honestly, I'm not sure. At the very least, I know it existed before the Kamoshida incident, but that's all.
I see.
Crap, you totally caught me off guard with that. It's kind of weird thinking there might be whole worlds we just don't know a damn thing about. Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Oh, not really?
Don't be so anxious. You don't even know everything about the city you live in, after all.
That is also true.
All that's important is that we know how to make use of that world and how to traverse it.
Alright. Well, We all know what this is. Final time to prepare ourselves. We have 5 days left. We've already explored the palace. We can do requests and train up in mementos. But I'm doing none of that because we're sending the calling
Then
card.
it's decided. Let's prepare the calling card at once.
A calling card, huh? Will he take it seriously? He is famous after all. He has often received slanderous letters till now as well.
He'll know best whether the crime written on it is for real or not.
Wait, are you going to write it again, Ryuji? That last one was questionable at best.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
You should do it then, Yusuke. Oh, make it really artistic and stuff.
No, it'll end with him figuring it out. He knows my drawing and writing styles all too well.
Oh, then I'll think it up and you make it cooler.
Designing a calling card. Interesting. It shall become proof that the Phantom Thieves do exist.
It's decided then.
Great! All that's left is to make the treasure ours. You guys better come fully prepared.
Ah, you're back.
Oh, hold on, my phone be vibrating. Yo, I tried changing the chat icon. Looks the same to me. Maybe it's just for the group and doesn't. And maybe it's just for the group and it doesn't show up in here. You should take a look at it later. It's that Phantom Thieves logo I had Yusuke draw for us. The calling card turned out great because of him too. Anyways, this is the first job for the Phantom Thieves. We really can't screw this up, okay? I am not underestimating anything, I assure you. And make sure Yusuke gets a lot of rest today, okay? Yeah. Well, see you all tomorrow. Got it. See you tomorrow. Cool. Now then, if I remember correctly, crossword time. Hell yeah, let's play a little. Alright, so we got, oh god, pronunciation. Nihonga? Sure, it's a cultural artwork. Whatever it is. Whatever it shall be. God, I apologize for the noise in the background. What the fuck is going on? Alright, so what is a sushi wrapper? I would never figure this out because I don't eat sushi, but apparently it's nori. Again, you never know. A kimono sash? Again, would never figure this out, but apparently it's called an obi. And then the Japanese floral art is this one. Yes, this one. Again, I would never figure all this out. Where the hell's a B? B-A-N-A-N-A-S. That's what it is. Spoilers. Spoilers. It's all about Japanese artwork. It's Japanese. What, you thought it was something different? That's what I thought too. Anyways, Japanese! In contrast to imported Western art styles, paintings produced in post-1900 using techniques developed in Japan are referred as Nihonga. Foreigners visiting Japan during the Meiji period were called this Japanese painting, which the literal Japanese translate as Nihon, which is Japan, and Ga, which is artwork.
All right.
Nice.
Knowledge!
Nice.
And I gained knowledge. Amazing. Alright. It's the evening. There's not much we can do. So, I guess, instead of prepping for lockpicks. Yeah, I know. Just don't be too late with prep and all that stuff. We're gonna watch Bubbly Hills.
I still have feelings for you.
I guess if you're okay with the fact that I have a girlfriend, maybe we can work something out here.
You know, typical drama high school antics.
Man.
Huh? No way! He can't date her if he already has a girlfriend. True.
Oh.
So we finally finished watching Bubbly Hills 90210, huh? Maybe you learned a thing about charm. Yeah. Yeah, and how to date girlfriends. And how to date other girls who even though I have a girlfriend. Yeah, that's the word.
Okay. Well then.
Oh, let's head to bed. Achoo!
Sorry.
Sorry, I couldn't hold it in. You'll have to make some kind of excuse for me. And now for today's train news. Today's headlines are: Employee posts nude chef selfie, while Duck Burger claims to have fired the employee in question. Those close to the man voiced their surprise, vouching for his seriousness at work. Is Shibuya unsafe? Crime rising! The police are issuing warnings for people to be wary of scams. Hotspots of Tokyo. Tickets for the Madarame exhibit are available until June 5th. Oh, the Madarame exhibit goes on until June 5th. That's the end of this week. We'll show him what a change of heart means. Yeah, just get back in my bag. And don't sneeze. I get the pollen is bad, but like... Yeah, just...
Pardon me, sir. There's a matter we need to notify you about.
Please excuse me for a moment. What is it?
We found this outside.
A letter?
It's, Sir Ichiryusai Madarame, a great sinner of vanity whose talent has been exhausted. You are an artist who uses his authority to shamelessly steal the ideas of his pupils. We have decided to make you confess all your crimes with your own mouth. We will take your distorted desires without fail. From the Phantom Thieves.
Whose doing is this?
We don't know. The same letter's been posted everywhere.
What about the security cameras?
There were no signs of the culprit. All we saw was a cat in the recordings.
Remove these at once!
Of course.
What now?
It's about this affecting the exhibit. We believe it's just a prank, but what of the mass media?
Are you insinuating that this slander is true?
Of course not.
It's those damn brats doing, isn't it? Well, it means nothing. They'll only be able to do as they please until this exhibit is over.
Will that do?
Yup, it was perfect. The composition was way cooler too.
The treasure should appear right about now.
You better enjoy the air of freedom while you still can, old man. Anyways, did you guys check online? People are already talking about that calling card. We'll show him. We're gonna surprise them all.
I'm sure you know, but we only get one shot to pull this off.
Well, do or die.
Come on, we can't have our leader get all timid like that.
You have no reservations about this either, right, Yusuke?
Of course not. We'll do this.
The atmosphere in here seems significantly different. I mean, we did basically declare war on him by sending that card. But there's nothing to fear.
Well, then.
We secured a route and we're ready to go. We'll take the treasure in style. Yes. Take the treasure inside. Who's in my party? Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do it.
Alright, let me just save the game. Because you never know. Something could happen. Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. I don't even know why I'm here. We're just going to the upper main hall. But yeah, typical. Okay, so like the same stuff applies since the last palace, but like once you send the calling card, this is like your last chance to get any you know, treasure or items that you may or may not have skipped out on, etc, etc. Considering that the palace level is also like at max 100%, if you want to try to go find the shadow demons, be my guest. You can try, but remember, once you get spotted, it's pretty much done, and you get kicked out pretty much. Am I at the right location? The answer is a yes. I hope so. Is it the right location? I don't know. We'll find out, because I don't remember. This is yeah. But like, wait, this isn't it. This is to the other thing, the will seat room. Was it back on the other? It's probably back on the other side. I probably grabbed the wrong safe room. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just gives me a chance to get materials and stuff. There's no shadows in here, so that's fine. All right. Maybe I should have paid attention to where the marker was, but it's fine. It's fine. This is what we're here for. All of this is a learning experience. Please tell me this is the right way. Please don't make me look stupid, please. Oh, you're gonna make me look stupid. Oh my god, I'm embarrassed. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Screaming externally. Oh no. I'm dragging this out. I'm running. I don't care. There's a shadow somewhere. Fine, whatever. Screw it. But like, I'm just trying to get to the nearest safe room so I can skip travel all the way back to where I needed to be. Yeah, I know. We can't stay here for long. Shut up. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I forgot there was a section on the other side. Oops. I completely ignored this. I thought I could break it and get something. Oh no, there's something out here I can get. Hey, Inkwell Shard. Okay, is this it? Please tell me this is it. I'm doing cool cinematic effects, so that means it's a yes. Awesome. And now to my actual destination instead of that giant detour I took. And then watch, I still don't get that giant detour I want. Alright, let's go through the door. Alright, here we are, the server room. Excellent. Where am I going? I'm pressing this button. It's finally time. There will be no turning back now once we begin the operation. And if worse comes to worse, we might have to fight.
Joker.
Alright. That's right. Are you ready, Joker? Ready as I'll ever be.
Yes.
Okay, everyone to your positions.
There's an enemy inside, just as expected.
I mean, we've done a ton in here. It ain't surprising. Anyway, I'm gonna try and draw it out, so I'll leave the switch to you guys.
Will you be okay? What if it catches up to you?
Don't underestimate an ex-runner. I'm definitely gonna shake it off. Hey! There's some weird people over here! Hey! I need some help!
What's the matter?
You better make it, Skull.
Is this good?
Yeah, it's perfect.
You seem to be enjoying this.
Only the best can appreciate these critical moments. Plus, this feels like we're really Phantom Thieves.
We'll be counting on you, Mona. And Panther as well.
There's Fox's signal. That means they're ready to go. Good luck, everyone. Let's do this.
Joker, now!
Yeah!
Sorry for the wait.
My bad. It took me ages to get that guy off my trail.
Wait, where's Mona?
Let's go.
Let's reconvene with Mona. Wouldn't it make more sense for you to hang out with him, Yusuke? I mean, Fox? Just saying. How's that for a skill plan? That was amazing, Mona! Lord Madarame! The piece is gone! Grr, how did those vermin... But now we're cornering them like the rats they are. Lock all the doors at once. They have nowhere to run.
Hey.
So, what did the treasure turn out being? I'm guessing it's a painting based on its shape. We can look into that later. For now, we must escape. Yeah, it's time to go. It's go time. Haha, jokes. Where am I? This direction. And then we leap out of the building. Does this window lead outside? What are you doing? We have to hurry or... There! The trespassers up there! Lock down the control room and get them! What do we do? They're already here! There's no time to contemplate. We must escape, now! Yes, leap out the window. See what happens.
Whoa, this shit's real high up.
But at least we're outside. Is there a way down out here?
I don't know. Let me see if my third eye tells me anything. Oh, look. I found the path. Seems simple enough. Just want to make sure I'm not going... Wait. Can I go back up? I can't go back up. Is there anything over here? Treasures? No? No treasures? That's disappointing. I was hoping there will be like an extra item of sorts. Just so it will help me out.
Is this another portal to an unknown destination?
I don't like how it's red.
We don't have time to lose. Just go through it. Now's our chance.
For real? But I guess there's no other way. Is this the courtyard?
I knew it. All that security would have been meaningless if it just led back inside.
It seems we managed to escape their siege.
Dude, why is Mona getting excited now of all times?
I mean, aren't treasures like catnip to him?
I just can't take it anymore. Let's take a look at this treasure. Treasure! Huh?
This is the treasure?
Get back!
Whoa!
Meddlesome vermin. Is this what you're looking for?
How dare you try to trap me like some kind of mouse?
So you had a fake prepped, huh?
Counterfeits are accepted in the world of Japanese art.
What made you change like this? Is it because you became famous? Can't you understand how much it pains me to inquire about the crimes of my foster father?
Now that I think back, the only reason why I took you in was due to my ties with your mother. That woman never lost her passion for painting, even after her husband died. Her skills and talents were quite astonishing. That's why I decided to look after her. Your mother and the artwork she created, they're all my works of art.
How low can you sink?
I suppose I can grant you a gift before you die. A glimpse of the genuine Sayuri.
Genuine? That's the real Sayuri? This can't be. Mom!
Indeed it is. This was painted by your mother. It's a portrait of herself. A woman who knew her death was coming painted her last wishes for the son she would leave behind. That is the truth behind the mystery of Sayuri's expression.
You stole something that personal?
I knew at first glance. I knew it'd be a huge success if I added a touch to the painting and announced it under my name.
But the baby in the picture, why did you paint over it?
It was all to stage it. If the babe is erased, the reason for the woman's expression will become a mystery. That is what the general public is drawn to. Each of those parasitic critics wrote the same thing.
I always felt something was off about all this. Now I know what it is. If you really treasured that painting, you wouldn't even think about replicating it for profit. You don't love art at all!
Though you have a real treasure, your true skills are nothing more than those scribbles on that fake.
It makes me laugh, asshole!
So you'll defy me no matter what. Well then, since you're my work of art, Yusuke, I'm going to reap you for the sake of my future. Along with those insolent friends of yours there.
I can't believe you're treating both mother and son like they're objects. You're inhuman!
Fox?
I've heard that you destroy your art once they outlive their usefulness. Did that include my mother as well?
She just so happened to have a seizure in front of me. That's when a thought crossed my mind. If I don't call for help and leave her be, I could obtain her painting without any strings attached.
No. You let her die?
She was physically weak. No one would doubt if she just dropped dead because of a seizure. Above all, Yusuke, didn't you think it was odd that I discovered your talent when you were only 3? The reason why I kept you around was to keep you from realizing the truth behind Sayuri.
You killed her.
The artistic talents you inherited from your mother were a delightful miscalculation, though. If I'm to steal ideas, it's much easier robbing the future of brats who won't talk back than adults. It's thanks to you that I came up with the idea. You have my gratitude.
Yusuke?
I thank you, Madarame. Every reason for me to forgive you has disappeared without a trace at this very moment. You aren't some rotten artist. You're a despicable fiend who wears the skin of an artist.
All you good-for-nothings barging into my museum and doing whatever the hell you want. Those who have the connections make the rules. Those who don't, follow them. Not to mention, the value of art is all subjective. I make the rules in the art scene. I am the supreme being. I am the god of the art world.
This isn't good. Get back!
I'll paint all over you! It's a world the mediocre cannot understand. Now, let's begin, you vermin.
You use others for your own despicable desires, Madarame. You aren't even worth the art you create!
Joker, don't lose focus. There's no telling what he'll try.
Alright, this fight. This is gonna be a very interesting fight indeed. So each painting of Madarame has their own stats and their own strengths and weaknesses. You want to know what kind of strengths and weaknesses they have? Let me show you. One of them just absorbed that attack. Ah, shit. Well, good thing on resist flames. Alright, so we kind of got an idea. Shut up, Mona. Alright, so psychokinesis does nothing. That's okay. That drains it. And that's okay. Now, if I remember correctly, and it's kind of dumb, the nose absorbs all magic? Don't quote me on this. I think it absorbs all magic. The mouth absorbs physical attacks. And then these eyes have their own weaknesses, but I don't remember. I would have thought you would be weak to gun. I was wrong. Well, let's see. I know. Alright, never mind. But that's wind. That doesn't help. Oh yeah, I forgot Fox got knocked down. That's hilarious. Alright, so you drain fire. You also drain fire. You drain psychic, but you take damage from fire.
Let's go.
Everything is just a mess. Let's just attack the mouth. Yeah. Alright, cool. It's my turn again. Hey, guess what? Remember when I said Kaguya is like the best healer this early in the game?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Look how much we're healing. That's almost a full heal. Oh, I do not like that you're using Rakunda. That's not good. How about this? Are you... Alright. I've already established that you drain, right? Okay, so you won't do anything. The nose, then. Burn the nose! It's fine. It's fine. Everything is just fine. Alright, the nose is gone. Now he just looks hilarious. Alright, let's do Shining Arrows. This does a ton of damage. And it's multi-attack. Like I said, Kaguya kind of breaks the game this early on. Oh, the eye is back.
They regenerated?
I don't like that.
Damn it. Those things can come back if we don't take them down at once?
This is the ultimate form of...
Ah, and here's the other fun part of this fight.
What is this attack? There has to be more than just our color changing. We should be cautious.
I mean, if what the text just told me, Ryuji's now weak to all elements. Or, no, not all elements, just everything.
We should check its affinity.
Oh yeah, you do nothing. I'm just gonna attack you with physical skills then. Otherwise, we're gonna have a fun time. Does Frey? Do we know about Frey? We don't. We're fine. We did it.
Madarame's out!
Damn it! I'm the great Madarame! The Madarame who gathers a full crowd every time he opens an exhibit! I'm not someone that worthless brats like you are allowed to defy!
Enough of your egotistic ranting. Taste the wrath of all those you preyed upon.
I was like, wait a minute, where's Skull? And I forgot. Status ailment!
The great artist Madarame! If you brats can't fathom that, then you'll witness it for yourselves! Behold my mastercraft!
What? He made copies of himself? I see. Creating duplicates is his specialty.
I don't like how they all have elements, though. Well, anyways, if you can't figure out their strengths or weaknesses, then, oh boy, we have a fun time. Do I have anyone with wind? Yes, but I'm kind of afraid that... kind of afraid of what happens if I try to use Magaru. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Nekomata, what are you weak against? Okay, as long as I don't get hit with... Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. You reflect. There's two that reflect.
Covered in paint. I don't like the look of this.
Wait, I am? Oh no, it's Skull. Okay, who reflected? So I know. Okay, the ice element and the wind element. Okay. Cool. Let's baton pass it to someone else. Too bad Skull can't participate in this, but hey, what can you do? Alright, and then to Fox. And then we're just gonna freeze you. Now, unfortunately, because Ryuji is currently down, I can't pass it off to him, so... Shit. Oh, hey, look, you recovered. Damn it. I mean, hell, that works. Actually, let's pass it off to me. And then we're gonna see what I can do. Fortunately, everyone is weak to an element. Not you, though. I was thinking about it, but then I saw my health. Yeah. Yeah, let's just, let's get some helpful effects, huh? Because, get the feeling when they all come back up, it's gonna hurt. Can I put you to sleep? I can't. You block it. Well, I tried. Well, let's try to take out one of them at least. When they all come back up, it's not an annoying pain.
You dare defy an esteemed elder? May you all be frozen in fear. You've angered me.
Oh, good. You're going after Skull.
I won't forgive you. Disappear from my sight without a trace, like dust scattered in the wind. Take this! I won't forgive you. My brilliance strikes like a flash of lightning, and now you'll taste it for yourselves.
Please target someone else.
Angered me.
Guess you are good for something, Skull.
Good, you targeted someone else. Oh, and the true fate comes back. Okay. Oh, but now it's double ice. Interesting. Well, hopefully none of you blocks or repel fire. Okay, one of you did, and now I'm burned up. Thanks! I appreciate the burn, asshole. Alright, let's see what else I can do. Yeah, I think it calls for that. Yeah. Ow.
Stop this! Is this how you show your gratitude to the man who raised you?
Silence! Don't waste your breath!
Joker's on fire. He can't take much more of this.
Yeah, I'm definitely on fire. I'm blazing, yo. Man, I'm so hot.
I am thou.
I don't know where the hell I was going with that, but sure. Cool, multiple fires. I'm gonna go on a limb saying you repel ice. Unfortunately, I don't have enough SP for anything. So, I don't have anyone with Bufu.
That's not right.
So, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a break, drink some coffee. Ow, I'm on fire. Someone else can heal me, it's fine. Okay. Thought I'd try. Yeah, just in case. I don't want to completely screw myself over.
Nice one, Fox.
Let's go. Goemon!
Nice one, Fox.
I am thou. Goemon!
Okay, so that takes care of all the fire elements. We gotta baton pass it to On,
Not over yet.
who will now attack the Iceman. He's dead. Alright, and then we pass it off to Skull, and then Skull do something great. How about Headbutt? Headbutt the real one.
I won't forgive you.
I mean, that's not bad damage.
Clueless brats! My fiery rage shall reduce you all to mere ashes! You've angered me!
Please target someone other than Yusuke. You target someone that's Yusuke.
Damn it! Stop it, you brats! Or else... Take this!
Or else what? You're gonna shoot another fire attack at me?
Won't forgive you.
I don't like how all of them are fire though.
I won't forgive you.
It's fine. It's fine.
You've angered me.
No.
Won't help.
It's fine. Who are you bringing to the table now? Windman. Okay, cool, I'm back. What are you weak against? Electricity. Do I have some electricity? Just a single target electricity? Of course I don't. Why would I? Oh well. YOLO. Ah, that was a mistake! Okay, I think we're at the point.
Damn it! Stop it, you brats! Or else.
You think we'll be daunted by such threats?
Okay, yeah, we caught up. I've done enough damage to him, and like, what a weird predicament I put myself in right now. Man, if only I had someone who doesn't have like a multi-target attack, and hopefully was stronger than freaking
That's not right.
Brain's dying, because of course it is. Gun! Gun, 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 gun! That's all I could do! Skull, do a thing! Alright, unfortunately, I don't have anyone with wind. Except, I can... Oh no, they will still reflect though. Alright, if I baton pass it to myself, and I use, hypothetically, wind with Nekomata, I swear.
Joker, get up!
I find it hilarious that it's the same damn setup. Nope! I've learned my lesson. I ain't falling for that shit again. Just gonna take them all down though, because like we're gonna need them to be down. Listen, I just have zero trust in everything right now, so I'm just like going out with all the stops and all the moves because I'm tired of fighting all the way back up to this point. It's even worse when you really think about it. We're almost at the end of this fight, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do something stupid. There. Gone. Oh, I thought that would be enough. But this will, since Yusuke will get the finishing touch. Never mind. I mean, do we really need to do this again? The whole baton pass thing? Fuck.
Persona.
Don't mind me, just intensely thinking. God, I have 3 personas that are weak to wind or electricity. That's kind of stupid. But it's the right amount of stupid that I'm used to. Wait. Okay, but still, no, you fuck it, Iha. My Iha. Fuck it. We're done with this fight. I don't know why I'm over complicating things, since this is literally the end of the fight. He's dead now. Hooray! God.
All right. Level up.
I promise, this fight's not hard. I just make very, very poor decisions. And this entire fight just proves that I make very, very poor decisions. But anyways, everyone's gaining levels and skills. Great!
No one cares for true art. All they want are easily recognizable brands. I'm a victim in this too. Wouldn't you agree?
Excuses now?
The art world revolves around money after all. You can't rise up without any money. Yusuke, you understand, don't you? Being a poor artist is truly miserable. I just didn't want to return to that life.
A fiend like you has no right to speak about the world of art. You're done for, along with this whole wretched world!
No, please! Just don't kill me!
Return to yourself in reality and confess your crimes. All of them.
You're not going to kill me?
Swear it!
All right! All right! What about the other one, though? The one with the black mask?
Huh?
I'm sorry. Who?
A black mask?
That seems ominous. Suspicious? Suspicious is the right term.
Wait, who's he talking about?
It can't be. There was another intruder besides us within this palace?
There's no time! Hurry!
Get on!
Hey, Yusuke, what should I do?
Put an end to all this and use your own artwork for once.
Yusuke!
No, wait, please! Yusuke! Yusuke!
The destination has been deleted.
Oh, good. I don't want to go back to that place ever again.
It would be bad if people started getting suspicious of us. We should leave at once.
Yusuke, come on!
Right. Goodbye, Sensei.
I guess the mission was a success. All that's left is to see if he had a change of heart or not. Ah, so bitter! Why'd you get it black?
The Sayuri.
You're not gonna get all teary-eyed and say stuff like, Mom, are ya?
To think that this painting was the source of Madarame's distorted desires. The only saving grace is that my mother won't know of what transpired.
The genuine painting at his atelier has been altered after all. Ironic as it may be, this one here is her true self-portrait now.
It's a wonderful painting. And although it took some time, it's in your hands now, Yusuke.
I'm thankful for it. However, it's impossible for this painting to be acknowledged by society anymore. Indeed. I must inherit my mother's wishes and improve myself even further. So, this is my mother. There's no way that I would remember her face clearly. But I was right about the rush of emotion I felt when I saw this painting.
Stop that!
You're so vulgar, Ryuji.
So, what are you gonna do now? We're gonna keep targeting big shots.
Why do you do such things?
It's to get back at scumbags and, like, society in general. We also want to give courage to the people that are suffering because of selfish adults.
Courage, huh? What good does that do? You mean the courage to stand up for themselves, correct? Will acquiring that make them happy?
Probably.
Yeah, there's no knowing whether it'll turn out good for everyone or not. Still, we won't know unless we give it a try.
In other words, it all depends on the person, hmm? The same can be said about myself right now. I also suffered because of an adult's selfish act. Moreover, if we investigate these palaces, it may expand my artistic repertoire.
You really only think about art, huh? You're impressive.
Well, I won't take part in any inelegant plans, all right?
No worries, I've got us covered. Plus, we have a rule that says we always have to decide on a target unanimously.
How about it, Joker? We can give our calling cards a lot more oomph if we have Yusuke on our team.
I mean, hell yeah! Better than Ryuji! Also, we have too many dudes, but he will make a great member regardless, but I'm just saying, we have too many dudes, we need to find a girl, and fast.
I will try and live up to those expectations.
At any rate, I'm curious. Another intruder besides us, huh?
Yeah, what's that all about?
Our only clue's a black mask, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's just one person, right?
But there's no way to check anymore. The palace is gone.
I'll try probing Madarame. I may be able to learn something from him.
Are you sure? I mean...
I'll contact you all if anything turns up.
We should probably exchange our contact info with you then.
An artist and a phantom thief. Well, it seems I'll be engaging in 2 trades from here on. Very well. You only live once after all. Still, the incident about this other intruder does concern me a little.
Not only have we dealt with our second big target, we even have a new addition to the team. Goodness, things are going so well.
Yeah, we're on a roll.
Could the day our name becomes common knowledge be nigh? But I have to say, you sure are something special. This is our 5th persona user. It'll help broaden our battle strategies as well. Besides, having an eye for beauty is a must for Phantom Thieves. We're lucky to have Yusuke. An artist is a talent you rarely come across. I mean, he is a bit strange, but still. An artist, huh? What kind of person do you think I was? There's no way I'd turn out to be some bad guy in the end, right? I get so engrossed with the embodiment of human desires. And that's not all. When it comes to the metaverse, I'm the only one who can transform into a car. I'm special, but it's still odd. Who could I actually be?
I mean, it's like you said. You're a cat. But I'm gonna be nice and say that you're a human.
You really think so?
Look, you just have really, really strange abilities, like transforming into a car and junk, but yes, you are a human.
What a half-assed answer.
Hey, that was a half-assed question.
Well, there's no way a dashing, honorable rogue like me could be evil. A man who saves those in trouble in the West, while punishing evildoers who may lurk in the East. A man who chastises people that smoke inside in the South, while saving bullied cats in the North. A man who has a sturdy body, and vows to always do one good deed a day, be it rain or shine. I'm that kind of ideal person. Or so I hope. So if I turn back to being human, surely she'll take notice of me, won't she?
What, you like someone?
Me? Don't be ridiculous. The people chase after me when it comes to love.
That's not what you're implying.
Where should I go when I become human? I wonder where she'd like to go. An amusement park, a movie theater, a fancy cafe, shopping. What do you think?
Oh no. All I know is you have the ability to do a follow-up attack.
All right.
Hold on, my phone be vibrating. Yo, good job, guys. We all did our best. Allow me to express my thanks once again. Because of you, I was able to retrieve that painting that had been filled with my mother's love. Hearing you say that makes the whole thing worth it, Yusuke. Seriously. I wasn't sure you'd really want to change Madarame's heart. I'm sorry to have worried you. I have no regrets about it now. And a change of heart will happen this time, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, we did, just like with Kamoshida. By the way, I'm curious about what he said at the end. You mean about the other intruder besides us? It was something about a black mask, yeah? It may have been that may have been nothing more than a lie. Madarame was quite deranged at that point, after all. For now, we should wait for his change of heart in peace. Okay. Oh yeah, you just said, oh look at that! We have a cool new logo in the chat. Haha. Neat.